found a buck we saw the first night. He's kind of a tweener. We're gonna go down here and see if we can either call him in or decoy him in, see if we can get on him. He's just right over here. We got a pretty good little play on him, so see what happens. Maybe if he comes in and if he looks pretty good, we might kill him if he gets real close. So see what happens. Shot.
There's our other cameraman with a buck 40 yards on the other side of him. There's Blake's trad flag.
Alright, well that was almost like the perfect scenario. Then I don't know, he didn't have a doe, but
yeah, he was coming in cautious to check. He wasn't protecting a doe, so they're a little bit harder to kill when they don't have something that they're willing to risk their life to protect.
But he came over, he was probably 30 yards, he was fixing to get our wind. I thought, take a shot at him. If I hit him, great. If I don't, that's okay too. He kind of whirled out of it a little bit, and I think I probably shot a little bit left also, so doesn't hurt my feelings too bad. That's part of the old struggle stick.
While the arrow was in the way, or on the way, I actually had a snack, a whole granola bar, and then watched it skip off the ground. But
yeah, that's first trad flag of the trip, so
let's go make more.
Yeah. Alright, I just glassed up a buck and some Milo. We can't hunt the Milo, but the property that butts up to it, we can hunt. I couldn't tell much about him. He looks really good. All I can see is the top of his rack sticking up out of the Milo. He's probably 3/4 of a mile off, but we're gonna go around, get in there. Number one, try and find him. And if we can find him, see if he's got a doe with him or not, and then just kind of make a game plan from there, see if we can't suck him out of that Milo. found a freaking giant, like 180, 190. I don't know how big. We'll look at the video, but he's substantial. He was coming to the property line. I was hoping he had a doe with him, and we were just gonna sprint down here and cut him off with the decoy, but he didn't have a doe with him. He kind of was getting to our downwind side. It was literally a race to try and cut him off before he got to the property line, and he just barely beat us and got downwind of us. He literally walked about 20 yards by the spot that we were gonna sit tonight until we found that last buck in the Milo. Kind of got tied up there. That didn't pan out. They got too far away from that road. It's just too noisy going through the Milo. So we hauled ass over here, and as soon as I come up out of the bottom, I could just see him skylit, probably 600 yards off, and I threw the binos up for about that long, and shooter, here we go. And it was Baja race all the way down here. There he is right there. There's another buck. There's another big buck. No, it's... God dang it. Anyway, so he was coming through this cut wheat right here, and there's some tall grass enough where we could kind of get down low and just hold the decoy. And yeah, we just hauled ass and tried to cut him off and just barely missed it. But oh well. That's like number 5 buck that we found over 160. We just cannot find them bedded, or they're in Milo, or we just haven't caught a break. So we're in them. We got a day and a half left, and hopefully we can find one bedded with a doe. That's what we're looking for, is bedded with a doe. We'll keep looking. Alright, so I found the buck from this morning and last night. Kind of scared to move a whole lot. He's probably 300 yards from the pickup right now, bedded in some tall grass. I'm sure his doe's there somewhere. The wind has died down some, so that's going to make this a little bit difficult. I'm going to go down here, turn around, come back, and we're going to have to walk through this cut field. And I mean, if he hears us, we're just going to have to rely on the decoy and hope that he wants to come out of there and defend his doe. But if we can, there's some short grass, probably 30 to 40 yards right above him. and we'll have the wind perfect. And if we can get into that short grass with the decoy, this could be perfect, as long as they'll stay planted right there. It's 2:20 right now, so they should be planted right there for a while, at least a couple more hours. So I think we've got some time. Tony's headed over here right now. Probably wait on him, and hopefully this works. Hopefully we can sneak through this cut field quiet enough to get in that short grass right above him. And if we can do that, this might be it. So here we go.
Moved a little bit, but he's not going to make it through that. He needs to go down.
All right, guys. Well, we didn't really film anything until this morning after I shot the buck. He ran across the property line. He definitely moved on the shot. We went back and looked at the footage. It hit him back. We just now got permission to come in and get him this morning, so we knew that he was probably going to be a pile of bones. We watched where he went last night and walked right in here. Cam, guy behind the camera, is actually the one who found him. But I mean, it sucks, but it's just kind of the hand we were dealt, and you got to deal with it. Sometimes that's part of bow hunting, and it's a part of it we all like to forget about sometimes, but it's part of it.
There's definitely nothing went to waste. They ate every possible piece of meat off this thing, including what you can see on the face. I mean, there's nothing left. And we heard the coyotes last night as we were glassing where we thought he was, and we pretty much figured they're probably already on him. But
yeah, it's pretty sickening, but we did recover at least the antlers, and you know, that's better than going home with absolutely nothing. So again, this is one of those things that you hope never happens, but it's going to. If it hasn't yet, it will. And now I've had it happen to me. few times. So just part of bow hunting, and we'll get back, get him cleaned up, get the skull cleaned up, and get some pictures with him. You know, you hate to kind of end it out like this, but just part of it. So. It's the morning of day two. Well, day two for us. Tony got here a couple of days before we did, but got on a couple of pretty good bucks yesterday. Just couldn't make it happen. Got really close. This morning I went and checked a couple of different spots. There's a couple of pivots back across the road over here that we saw some deer in yesterday morning, but it's just slow this morning. Saw one whitetail buck, but it was still too early to really tell anything. But Tony is over here across on the other side of the farm, and he's got a buck that he's calling Splits. He's been on him a couple different times in the last few days, and great buck. So he's gonna bed him. I'm gonna go check a couple other spots, and we'll run over there and see what he's got going on.
Called the guys over. We split up the glass this morning, and I found their target buck that we've been looking for. Didn't see him at all yesterday, but prior to that, was on him 3 out of the last 4 days. So I'm gonna go see if we can get close to him and put an arrow on him. It's the biggest one we found here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we found him. Unfortunately, the little Forky was with him, saw us first, so they blew out of the canyon. I don't think they saw us, but they definitely didn't like it. So, I mean, they saw us, I should say. They saw the decoys. I don't know that they associate us with danger. So they went over a couple more canyons. We're gonna head to the north, circle around them, and see if we can't pick them up again. Not having them bedded and just kind of knowing what canyon they're in was a pretty risky stalk, but we'll see it. We'll see what happens this time. Give it another shot. That's a nice thing. Am I supposed to tell you what happened today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened this evening, I guess?
This evening, not much. Blake might have found something good. We don't know yet. I found nothing but young bucks and does that they all seem like they're in heat right now. I think the rut is going strong. They still haven't cut all the corn next to the property we're hunting, and it does seem like new bucks are moving in. The one we made a move on earlier, I couldn't relocate this afternoon. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. It's the morning hope that we can turn up the buck that we're on today, and maybe Blake's new buck that he found, and see how that goes. Other than that, just enduring the dust and the heat. And hopefully that's done today too. It's supposed to get cool here in the next day and a half, and I just found a Traeger at the house we're renting that they have their own. I have mine in the back of my truck, but it's buried with gear, so I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna use theirs. See how it works. We'll see what happens.
What's for dinner?
Ribeyes, sauteed mushrooms, and fancy mashed potatoes. Nothing but the best for my crew.
This is the morning of day 3 in eastern Colorado. We've got a pile of deer out in this wheat right here below us. I saw a pretty good buck here last night. It was real low light. I couldn't really make anything out, so I wanted to come back here this morning and see if we could pick him back up and get a better look at him. But I'm kind of just seeing the same smaller bucks that I've been seeing. So Tony is over looking for that buck that we were trying to get on yesterday morning. He's definitely the best deer we've seen so far. But we're just trying to find options. I think that's kind of the name of the game right now. If we can get a couple of options for the day, we screw one of them up, we'll go get on the other one. So we'll see what happens today. Hopefully today's the day.
We're gonna go look at a buck Blake wants to kill. Not sure I'm gonna kill it.
But no cigar. All right, it's morning of day 4. Tony relocated the buck we're calling Splits last night. I've got the whitetail located over here. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this dude, so hopefully we can bed him. Tony's doing the same thing over there with that Splits buck, and hopefully he'll just go in, use the GoPro, and kill him. But if not, we'll have this buck hopefully bedded as a backup plan. So that's kind of the plan today. We've got really good conditions. It's windy, it's cold. Deer should be on their feet quite a bit. This buck's with a doe. It's perfect situation. So Tony doesn't kill that Splits buck. Hopefully we'll have a play on this one.
It's been a long week. The buck I'm after is dead. I don't know, wind grabbed that first arrow and it was, or maybe it was my target panic. But I calmed down and I made a great shot on the second one. And he's down. It took, that iron wheel killed him in 10 seconds. There's still does over there laying, looking at me. That was my number 2 buck. I had him at 15 yards the first day. Mother, son of a, yeah. We're going to Kansas now for Blake's buck. Sorry, I'm not crying because of the deer. I'm crying because it's north wind of about 20 miles an hour and it's 20 degrees and I am freezing. And I took that first shot at him in his bed. I have no excuse why I missed, but it missed by a lot. But he just stood up, I calmed down, and I made it happen, and he's down. Oh, I'm gonna put this right back on, and we're gonna walk right up there because I saw him die. Oh my God, yes! I am so excited. Oh man, this was the number 1 buck I found in here. He was the best one. Look at that, he didn't go, he was laying right there, stood up. I missed him the first shot horribly. Thank God, it's so windy they couldn't hear me. Shot him again, or shot him the second shot, and he went 10 yards, not even, 8. Oh my gosh. Oh, can't wait to tell the guys. We split up this morning just to cover more bases because we got a big whitetail we located too, and if I couldn't get on this guy, and this guy's been bedding on private, we're only about a quarter mile from it. He just didn't make it that far. Oh yeah. Oh, look at the character on this guy. Oh. Oh yeah. Look at the size of those feet. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, yes! All right, I'm gonna turn this off. I gotta get the boys down here. We got our target buck dead. So I think I just figured out why my first arrow missed so bad. I had a fletching come off in midair. That's bad bluing on my part. This is the one that missed. That's the one that's all bloody. So that first shot, I didn't screw up as bad as I thought. Damn fletching came off.
Well, Tony just called, and Splits is dead, so we're headed over there now. I didn't get the phone call. on camera. I was expecting an update on him getting embedded, but he said he turned the GoPro on and ran down and killed him. So we're headed over there right now.
So they were in that same field, the very first field that I found him in. Coyote came through. Coyote came on the north side too. With that north wind, I thought for sure to push him right down in that grassy bowl where we first stalked that nice 4x4, which he's broke off now, so hopefully that'll save his life.
Yeah.
But eventually they hopped the fence and went north towards the private. I'm like, God, don't do that. I raced around to get another vantage point in where we were looking before.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything. So I'm like, well,
dude, there's a lot more that you can't see from the highway in here.
Yeah, I know. Down here's where I stalked the first day when I followed them all the way to private. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I can't do anything now. But anyway, so I thought, well, I can't see him from up there, and that covers all that bank on the private. He's still on our stuff. So I came around just as I was creeping. I was just like, drive a little bit, creep, and all of a sudden I saw a doe laying there. Backed the truck up, snuck all the way down, walked this creek bottom, and I got up on this edge. There was one doe right here that was gonna screw me from anything, and then most of the deer were down low. He was actually laying on that rock right there.
No kidding.
Yep, and his hot doe was right below him. There was another doe over there that I couldn't really move. I was pinned at 65, and I thought, he was just like laying like this. I'm like, oh. If I don't take a 65-yard shot, we've been busting our butts to get him close, but whatever. I'm to the point now where he needed to die. So anyways, the first arrow shot, and it's like, how did I miss that bad? Like, it is high and left, you'll see on the video. Well, I found out when I retrieved it, there's only one, there was a vein missing.
No kidding.
So I think that thing just, but it was so windy, and it hit behind him. He jumps up, he turns around, load another arrow, and just heart shot him. All my veins stayed intact that time. He literally made it 8 yards, and he was dead and rolling. And then the video will show, but I bet 10 seconds, done. I've never seen a deer die that fast.
Let's go look at it.
That fast. I'm a little excited. 65 yards. Basically those two little yuccas right there. Just snuck my head up over him and then watch, you can get blood in your pants.
Oh, no kidding.
Check this out. Oh, this keeps getting better. Put the single down there? Yeah. Good. Right there. And then come over here. And I just hold them on, so I try to get these blood clots out of it.
Hell yeah.
$17th. Always confirm.
Oh yes. happens when you're a moron.
Not my trigger, but it's a trigger. The chips look good. There's a couple pieces of bacon there we're gonna cook off. All right, here we go.
Potted meat, saltine crackers.
Dining room table, kitchen, bedroom. Everything but the shitter.
This is gonna
Blake,
sting.
what'd you do?
Tony brought a brand new target to hunting camp, and my hand slipped while I was pulling my arrow out. And that is iron will sharp.
We don't have. We gave them the option of using a fishing needle and some monofilament to sew it up. Or we got these. I bought these before season just in case something bad like this happened. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt like a mofo tomorrow.
So our cameraman / medic.
This is gonna sting in just a sec.